All right, welcome to our fifth Meet the SU session. I'm delighted to be joined by our very own Alison Lana, who is going to introduce herself and tell you a little bit about her role in the SU. Any questions that you have during this chat, can you please add to the comment section and we'll try to best answer. If we don't know the answers, we will get back to you at a different point. Just drop us your student number and we can get back to you. So Alison, over to you.
Okay, so morning, Sam. My name is Alison and I've been with the SU about 7 years now. And my own background history is I have worked 20 more years in private industry, in the service industry. And then I went into the charity sector and worked for a couple of years there, working with young families. And then 7 years ago, I came to Cardiff Met Students' Union. And the last 4 years, I've been running the Cardiff Met Awards. So my role is to look after the Cardiff Met Award in its entirety, and also to look after the training workshops that we also run, which backs that up, but we can talk a bit about more that later.
Okay, superb. Thank you for that introduction. 7 years, incredible. Well done. So I'm going to ask you a few questions specifically about the Cardiff Met Award today. Alison is our training and achievement coordinator. So as she said, the workshops we can discuss at a later point, but we're going to specifically talk about the Cardiff Met Award today. So Alison, what is the Cardiff Met Award in a nutshell?
Okay, a nutshell, right. Okay, so
yeah.
Okay.
As best as possible.
No, I can talk for Britain. Okay, so the Met Award is a programme that we run by the Students' Union. And the idea is to bring together all those extracurricular activities that you may already be doing as a student outside of your academic studies, but we're bringing together and focusing on those skills that will be of real interest to future recruiters. So we've mapped out a programme which is available to any students. It doesn't matter what year group you are, it doesn't matter if you're a foundation student or a postgrad student. You can start it at any time, but it's about us helping you to record activities and to get extra training and work experience so that when you get to the point of application and interview, you've got an awful lot of evidence to back yourself up, what you're saying that you do, and saying who you are. And the nice thing is as well, you get an award at the end of it. So you're doing all these things and we're bringing them together and recording them so you can get an award, which is also noted on your HEAR report, which is your Higher Education Achievement Report, which you get when you leave university. So that's what it is.
Well, that's answered 4 of the 15 questions which I've got for you today, but that's absolutely superb.
No, I've got lots to say.
That's excellent. So you've touched upon a few of the things. So what do you think for our students are the main benefits of signing up to the Cardiff Met Award?
Okay, so yes, going back on something I've already mentioned, it's bringing together and recording things which many of our students are probably already doing. So a lot of our students are already doing part-time jobs, whether it's to bring in a bit of cash or doing some volunteering or just to try and get experience in their own work field. So we're recording that and we're helping them to see those that work experience as the skills that they're gaining from that. We are looking at helping to make them stand out then when our application and interview. We're looking at increasing their confidence and their knowledge of the way forward. And we're helping them as well to really become kind of the captains of their destiny, because we don't want anybody to wake up in 2, 5, 10 years time and say, look, how did I get here? Why am I doing this job? The Cardiff Met Award is that start of saying, right, I'm in control of this and I'm starting to reflect on where I've been and what I'm doing, and we're kind of just bringing it all together. So that's, I think, the benefits. I've got to mention one other benefit though as well, Sam, because it stands out to us, and it's mentioned from our own award students year after year after year, is that it sounds quite cheesy, but it's also the friendships that our students make.
Yeah.
Because the Met Award means that you will mix with students across different year groups, across different courses. You get to hear different opinions. You get to experience different life skills from other people. So it helps you also step out of your course and meet other people. And we know there's been some great friendships made as well. So that's really a good benefit.
That sounds fantastic, and that sense of community and feeling that of belonging at Cardiff Met can really be reiterated by doing the Cardiff Met Award as well. So I'm going to move on. If I was going to sign up to the Cardiff Met Award, Alison, what do I need to do to be able to complete it?
Okay, so all the details about the award are on the SU website. So what we do is we give you a very basic, straightforward pathway that everybody does on the award, but the benefit of it is that you then tailor that pathway to suit you and from whatever perspective you're coming from. So we will ask you to gain and log so many hours of work experience. We will ask you to attend so many workshops, skills workshops outside your academic studies. And we will ask you to do some reflective blogs, just to reiterate what you've done recently and then think about what the next steps forward are for you. So you go through this pathway entirely at your own pace. And at the very end, we ask you to bring it all together with a final presentation, which is really good fun, really informal, probably one of my favourite parts of it. But it's very achievable no matter where you're at in your studies. So we just basically help you through the whole pathway.
Okay, it's fantastic. And if I'm looking to sign up to the Cardiff Met Award, how do I go about doing that?
Right, okay, so Sam, it's really, really simple. There's no direct application process. It just takes a few minutes. All you need to do is to email me a CV and then a cover letter. And your cover letters should just explain why you would like to do the award and what you are hoping to gain from it. Now, it's really important to mention that there's nothing judged on this award. There's no grading. There's nothing like that. There's no right or wrong. So I just want you to register with me, and then we get together and we have a little chat about the way forward and what's going to suit you. So whether you're coming to the award and you've got loads of work experience, but you're changing direction or not sure what you want to do, or whether you're coming to university for the first time and you've never had any work either, and you're really concerned about that next step in a couple of years, it doesn't matter. Just send in a CV and a cover letter. That's it.
That's fantastic. It just sounds so flexible and easy to access, which I think is a really, really good point. Is there anybody else which is involved in the Cardiff Met Awards, or is it strictly just Alison Lana who I need to contact in order to make this happen?
Okay, so I manage it, look after it. So you need to send your details in to myself. Once you're on the award, there's many different parts of the Students' Union and the university that you will get involved with, which help build towards your award accreditation. So you might attend workshops, you might be part of a society or a sports club, you might be attending stuff that's going on in the careers department through the university. It's all fantastic experience. So I'm kind of administrating it and bringing that all together, but you might go further afield, even outside of the university, to add to the elements of your own award journey. So it's me, but then there's a whole family around us, a whole community.
Oh, that's lovely. Yeah, because I do quite a lot outside of the university as well. So I'm really looking to kind of use that stuff and bring it together. And if it can be used to gain a qualification, and that for me that's awesome stuff too. I've got to this point now, so I'm putting myself in a student's position. I've completed the Met Award.
Yeah.
Is there anything else after which I can do alongside the Met Award or involved in the Met Award in order to gain some further stuff?
Yeah, so we do find that many of our award students get their what we call our main Cardiff Met Award, but they still want to continue with that development. So we've created some extra levels which they can do at the same time as their award, or they can get their main award done and out the way, and then they can come back and continue. Now, these extra levels have been designed with the students' own input to really focus on some specific skills and interests. So we've got 5 extra levels. So, for example, we've got one about leadership, we've got one about sustainable thinking, we've got health and well-being as an example. So if we've got students who know, or either know that they've got that particular career path, or they just want to really fine hone those skills, they can do an extra level, and there are extra things they have to complete. But the whole idea is that they're creating this lovely, really full pot of experience that they can talk about at application and interview. So if somebody's saying, you know, oh, I've got great leadership skills, this is what a lot of people put on their application form.
Yeah.
We've all been there, we've all done it. But what you need to do is you need to back that up, Sam. So you're going to get a recruiter, an interviewer saying to you, okay, illustrate to me a time when you've used your leadership skills, or, you know, how do you perceive yourself as a leader? So our extra levels help you to get that leadership pot full of experience that you can pull out of when you're needing to talk about those things and back up all your evidence. Okay.
Now that's massive for interviews as well, giving specific examples, because that's one of the most difficult things in the interviews which I've done, is to be able to say I've done this and then to actually give a specific example. That's quite difficult. So yeah, those all those sound absolutely fantastic. What workshops, you've mentioned workshops a few times. I'm a little bit unsure. What workshops do Cardiff Met SU offer, and do I have to pay for them to get onto them?
Okay, so at the Students' Union, we also run a whole wealth of workshops which are all designed to increase your skills for employability. So again, on the SU website, there's a list of them. We have 3 fantastic trainers, which are just so awesome to watch, that have been with us for a number of years. They're actually external trainers, so they're all working in healthcare settings and in industry right now. So they come in and they deliver the workshops for us, and we've got a variety of themes. We've got equality and diversity, how to be more assertive, giving presentations, how to be positive in interviews. I mean, it goes on and on and on. These are open to all students, so it does not matter whether you're an award student or not. So that any student can go onto the SU website and look up workshops and just book a place. And they're usually around 2 hours long. Going forward, they will be held virtually in the immediate future, but our trainers are really experienced and comfortable with using this medium now. So I would really urge any students who are not feeling quite strong in some areas or a little bit uncomfortable about some things to look at the website and to book a place. That, as you say, they are completely free, so you haven't got to pay anything. You've just got to be there and engage with them. Again, if you're an award student, attending any of those count towards your award. So if you are thinking of doing them, fantastic, you're already moving along the award pathway. So register with me.
I think that's probably covered the most of what we've got from today's session, Alison. What I would like is for you to name your details so the students can get this, and if they want to email and find out a little bit more, so just your email address and maybe a contact number for the SU as well, potentially. So if you could just drop that in now, if you don't mind. Okay,
so my name is Alison Larner, and my email is alarner, which is LARNER @cardiffmet.ac.uk. All my details are on the SU website. If you go to the SU website and under the tab of opportunities, there is a drop-down box for Cardiff Met Award. And if you scroll down, you'll see all of my contact details, a lovely photo, how to get in contact with me. But there's plenty of information there about how to get your CV and cover letter to me. And if you're really stuck, just contact the Students' Union and it will find its way to me.
That's absolutely perfect. And I'll tell you what, we've hit 20 minutes bang on there as well, Alison. Thank you very much for your time today. And we hope that we get a lot of engagement with the Cardiff Met Award this year, because it's even more important this year. So thank you very much.
Perfect. Thank you. Thanks, Sam.